fun. I'm gonna do like my favorite moon sign couples, like, you know, the moon signs to be together. If you don't know your moon sign, I'm gonna leave a link below to go check out your birth chart, and it will tell you where your moon is placed, what sign it is. This is just a general. This is astrology has so many layers, so it's so intricate, so complex. So if you're interested in astrology, research it. I'm gonna start with Scorpio moon and Taurus moon. They are, yes, I love them together. I feel like the Scorpio is always going to be an intense sign, and the Taurus moon is not. Like, they don't care. They're like, okay. Like, they're not fazed by how intense and powerful the Scorpio can be in their emotions and in their essence and presence like that. So Taurus is always like they just allow the Scorpio to let their walls down. The Scorpio has no problem with it. They trust them. And Scorpios don't trust a lot of people, but they kind of trust Taurus more than anybody else. Taurus moon. Yeah, Scorpios benefit a lot from that relationship, I would say. They both keep up sexually, so that's good. Libra and Aries. No. Cancer. Do not do that. The Libra is like kind of a codependent type of moon sign. And Aries is like me. You know what I mean? So I don't even know why they would be attracted to each other, to be honest. They actually don't like each other, these two moon placements. So Cancers and Capricorns. Cancers and Capricorns, as you guys know, are opposites. So I feel like I don't even know why these two would be together either. But the reason it kind of works is because Capricorns are consistent with themselves all the time. They're very consistent people, especially in their moon sign. They're consistent with their emotions. And so Cancers like that. They like the consistency. That's safe to them, right? Capricorns are like an emotional block. Like, they're just like kind of Scorpio. Like, they have no features on the outside when it comes to emotions. And even on the inside, they're like blank. So they can't help that though. And Cancers are like, oh, like very emotional, very dramatically emotional sometimes. Cancer moon's very emotional. And they need you to be outwardly emotional so that they can be like, oh, okay, that person loves me. Or, okay, that person is this, that's how they know stuff, right? So them and Libra and Taurus moon. I love them two together. Both of them are ruled by the same planet. Both of them have similar interests. They're like yin and yang of the same thing. Libra's more like yang, and Taurus is more like yin. Libras, they both kind of appreciate beauty and harmony, and they're just like gonna work. You gotta be careful though in this relationship. You guys can indulge a lot, and you guys probably could be like heavy into, I don't want to say drugs, but it could be an indulgence like that. Capricorn and Sagittarius moon. Cancer. Like no. Like, Sagittarius may be too independent for Capricorn. Capricorns, don't get me wrong, they're very independent, very hardworking type of archetype people. And Sagittarius are too, but Sagittarius are too, like, they don't want to be here. Like, they don't, Capricorns at least want to be here and hold their own, you know what I mean? But Sagittarius, like, I don't even want to be here. Like, they always want to go be somewhere else. Yeah, there's not going to be anything to keep them there, a Sag and Capricorn. There's not going to be like a deal break. So no, I wouldn't recommend it. Leo and Aries moon. Because, you know, you got that fire element, so they kind of have they're similar. They both like fun. Leo is fun, but Aries is like more energy, more adventurous. So, like, the Aries can keep the Leo entertained, but Leo's got to make sure that they can keep the Aries entertained. That goes for anybody's sign who's dating an Aries moon. Like, just make sure they're entertained for real, because when they're not entertained, they're cheating. They're gone, like they're not. Pisces and Scorpio moon. That's like probably one of my favorites. Always a tense, spiritual, like psychological, telepathic type of relationship, because it's just really It's really spiritual. It's a really spiritual connection with Pisces and Scorpio moons being the water. Gemini and Sagittarius moon. Fuck no. That's Cancer. Like don't step in that. It's like taking two of the like single hottest people and trying to put them together like two hoes. Like putting two hoes together, like a male hoe and a female hoe. They're not gonna work. They're both hoes. You know what I mean? They're not gonna stay together. It's like it becomes a challenge with what they want because they want to use that other person for their own endeavors, and it's like, I don't know, it's not gonna work with them. Cancer and Taurus moon. I approve of this. I think that Taurus benefit greatly from Cancer's nurturing, and Taurus kind of look up, they love that, they admire that about the Cancer moon. Cancers, be careful not to take things personal from the Taurus because they're not very emotional like that. Like their emotions are self-assured. Like they kind of got it together a little bit. And if they don't, they're not going to be one to dwell like you are, Cancer, or any water sign really. You guys are kind of going to sit in that pool of water and just be like sad. The Taurus is not going to be like that. They're kind of a thinker. They're thinkers. They're not kind hard. They are thinkers. So they're going to practicalize their emotions. Aquarius and Cancer moon. Aquarius is fine with being emotionally independent. So they're not going to always be touchy-feely. They're not going to be always affectionate. They probably most likely won't be that way. Or very voicing with their emotions. So a Cancer needs that reassurance. They need that constant emotional stimulation. For them to feel safe, right? Secure, nurture, like, okay, this person fucks with me, like it's gonna show me that. The Aquarius can come across really dismissive to a Cancer because they just have they're so self-assured, like they're really self-assured, and they're really very intelligent people, Aquariuses are. So Cancer can kind of be offended and they can take things personal, and it won't work out. So don't do that. Virgo and Pisces. Cancel that right now. It's like the day and the night. It's like the hippie and the person who wants to like organize and make lists and shit and be super kind of perfectionist, put together really well. Pisces are too dreamy. Pisces are too in Neptune somewhere, and Virgos need somebody who's checked into reality. They need somebody who's gonna be, they're not boring. You know, like Capricorns are kind of boring. Virgos are a little more fun, a little lighter in that area, but they need you to be checked. They're gonna be like critical of you as a Pisces, and Pisces don't like that shit. Like, leave me alone. Scorpio and Capricorn moon. Not the worst. Two together, not the best. Now we're struggles with Caps and Scorps. On one hand, Capricorns love Scorpio's passion and they love their like drive a little bit. They love that kind of possessive, like your mind type shit. And then Scorpio loves that the Capricorns are consistent. Like water signs just love consistent. If anything goes wrong with them too, where they're at odds, or they're like at a battle, or they're like against each other. A Scorpio moon and a Scorpio moon together can be violent. A Scorpio moon and a Capricorn moon together, it's more like sneaky, scary, like stupid when I open. It's scary on the Scorpio's part. But also Capricorns can be like that too. Like they're just not as great at it as Scorpio. They're not as sneaky, but they're good at being evil. I have the Cancer and Pisces moon. I've done a lot of Cancer. I don't know, that wasn't intentional. They're like the lovey-dovey couple that everybody loves, and they're super cute together. The Pisces is going to be that lovey-dovey thing that the Cancer needs. They fill each other's needs perfectly. But yeah, Pisces, try to be more consistent with the Cancer. It's hard to pin them down. Anyway, that is my interpretation of my favorite moon signs together, and the worst Don't get offended by this. You can date whoever the fuck you want. Look more into astrology. Learn about yourself. Know about yourself. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.